Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Good night, everyone. TALKNTALK is a platform for conversation in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This is not an English class. This is an immersion. We are here to talk without judgments, and everyone is free to make mistakes. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to learn too. If you want to have classes in English, you have here at TALKNTALK, and you can find more information on website. I'm Mariana. I study economics and data science. I also have a bachelor degree in geophysics. I like to learn new language, to do sports, and I'm here to improve my English. I've put the questions in the chat, and today we are talking about climate change. I will split the class in break rooms, and at the end you come back here. Okay? One moment. You can choose a leader if you want to lead the conversation, okay? And see you soon. Hi, Charles.
Hi. It's only, oh, sorry. I face some problem at my internet, I guess. Oh.
No problem. I will put the questions again here for you. So let's start. Luis Gustavo, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, do you already split the class?
Sorry?
Hello, do you already split the class?
Yes, but now we have more people here.
Because
I think I will split again.
Okay.
We have more people. One minute.
I don't know why, but just appears a message to me to return. Is everything all right?
Yes, I will split again because we have more people.
Oh, okay.
Only wait the guys come back. Leonardo and Wallace. Hi guys, I will split again because we have more people here, okay?
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, guys. Have a good conversation. Azael and Leonardo, stay here with me, okay? Leonardo, can you introduce yourself? You are on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, my name is Leonardo. It's a pleasure to be here talking to you. And I'm anthropologist. I do my postdoctoral in anthropology at SEBRAP. And I'm studying English to improve a little bit more, to try to understand some conversation with more fluency. And I have been here some time ago, but I'm come back now to study a little bit more with you. And what else? Can you introduce yourself, Mariana, again? Or Jane?
Yes. I'm Mariana. I study economics and data science. I like to learn new language and to do sports, and I'm here to improve my English because I want to live abroad. And you, Azael?
My name is Azael Christian. I'm from Fortaleza, capital city of Ceará, and I study English more than 1 month. My principal fact that I study English is I want to live in Canada, because Canada is a country that speak English. Yes, some parts of this country speak French, for example, Quebec, and some parts of states, but in general, that country speak English. And that's it.
Thank you. And you, Jennifer?
Hello, guys. I'm Jennifer. I am 27. I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina, and I work as an import analyst. I see that you guys want to live abroad. But me, I'm here actually for two main reasons. I like practicing English. I love English, and actually, I really like learning languages in general. I study also Spanish and Mandarin Chinese. And I'm here actually because I really need to improve my English, because I had an opportunity at my work to talk with the producers of wine that I import. And that's why I'm here actually, to improve my English and know new people. That's it.
Thank you. So let's start. Leonardo, the first question. What is the most important issue facing the environment today?
I think the most important is also the climate change. How can we what can we do to minimize the fact that we use so many what we call green gases, and also to destroy some natural places, and how to minimize these kinds of things, since we have more dependence of this kind of economic pathway of development. I think that this is the most difficult thing that we must face nowadays.
Thank you. And you, Azael?
It's for expression my opinion. Excuse me? You can listen
Sorry.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It's for okay. It's for expression my opinion.
Yes.
Okay. in general, the humans destroy the natural forests, but the humans can, how can I say it? Cuidar of nature. For example, some months ago, I make a work of my school that o tema era, só dando aqui um parênteses, o tema meio que era isso, né, sobre essas questões da natureza. And one thing that I tell for my class is artificial forests. Yeah. Example, the rainforest Amazon. The Brazilians and other naturalists, outras nacionalidades, destroy this forest, but the humans can reconstruction and more trees and reconstruction more life in this region and other regions of the world. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you. I agree. And you, Jennifer, what do you think?
Mariana, before I answer the question, can I ask you a big favor? We lost the message with the questions in the chat when we entered the breakout rooms. Would you mind sending the questions again?
Oh, it's here. Can you see it?
Thank you. Well, actually, the most important issue that we are facing in the world, wow, it's weird that I'm not actually very into this kind of topics, but I guess pollution, if talking about the environment, pollution, I guess, is the biggest problem. I have no idea how to solve it because when people talk about the issues, actually they already have some kind of solution for the problems, right? But that's something that I don't think a lot, so I have no idea. I'm sorry to not say something very clever this time.
It's a tough question. I'd say global warming because it leads to catastrophic events like hurricanes, heat waves in places that are cold, usually are cold. But we have many problems. And the next one, Azael, what do you think the world's climate will be like 50 years from now?
Well, probably is some things in world maybe is good, but many things are bad, especially with natural in developed countries and no. For example, the humans destroy the forests and construct cities in this. And the that
Azael, can you hear me? He's freezing. Okay, Jennifer, what do you think the second question?
Oh, I think it's gonna be something very crazy. Like during the day, it's gonna be too hot, and during the night, it's gonna be too cold. Because I think we're not going to have as many as plants and trees and this kind of nature that we need to have in order to everything be equilibrated, you know. So it's gonna be hard for us.
And you, Leonardo?
Internet was bad.
Yeah, I think it's a very tough question, as Jennifer said before about the question that we just talked, because we don't know exactly what we are going to do, what we are able to do, but hopefully we can minimize this kind of situation that we are facing right now, because people are getting more conscious that things happening all over the world that make you kind of alert and make us more conscious about what we need to do. Also, there are some kind of new kinds of energy that we are trying to use to don't continue to devastate the environment and use the kind of energy that we use nowadays. But maybe if we don't do nothing by now, I think the climate will be very much more difficult for humanity in general, especially for the people which is more vulnerable, that live in poor countries, or people who live next to the coast, and also people who live in places that like there's some kind of desert. So the climate will be very extreme, very cold or very hot, and this must be very difficult to us to survive. Hopefully we can change our mind and change the way that we deal with the climate. And how about you, Maria?
I agree with you. I think if we don't do anything, it will be crazy without well-defined seasons, with extremes between cold and hot. It could harm us, harm agriculture. We will have more problems as floods, drought, blizzards, and in extreme levels, I think. And the next one, Azael, what are some long-term problems people might have after a disaster?
Well, I can say many examples of disasters, but I say one disaster. Pollution is a classic problem of the actual world. Brazil, let's go an example of Brazil. The pollution of Brazil, Belo Horizonte, is very high, and for this, many people have problems with com respiração, and other disaster with fire in forests. In Portuguese, we can say queimadas. With the forest, there are many problems with, in general, nature, but to humans. this fire can destroy, including some cities or hometowns nearby. It's for biggest problem for society. It needs a solution right now.
Thank you. And you, Leonardo?
I agree with Azael. I think we have more difficult to have drinkable water and also to breathe and also to have soil with many nutrients for the plants and also things like that. It's very, there are many problems.
And you, Jennifer?
Well, I'm gonna talk about other problems other than healthy problems. For example, I live in Santa Catarina, right? And we have some kind of disasters when it rains a lot, like landslides, I guess. I don't know the word, and flooding. So people, besides healthy problems, of course, have some economics problems because they lose their homes, everything they have at home, like furniture, food, clothes. And that's a problem that the government are not capable of solving, like when they are almost done solving the people problems, like, oh, right now we have food for everyone. Right now we have a home for everyone. And then it rains a lot again and we lose everything again. So this is a big problem, really. At least in Santa Catarina. I'm not well aware of other states in Brazil, but this is a problem that happens after a disaster, and they consider rain when it rains a lot a disaster.
Yes. Loss of material goods, problems in agriculture, supply problems. Besides the loss of mental health, because it's a trauma.
Yes, for sure. I didn't even think about it, but I never lost anything because of the rain, but I imagine how difficult it should be going through this situation, you know.
Yeah.
Mental health is something that probably is a trauma. Yeah.
And number 4, Jennifer, what are some health problems that might arise after a disaster?
Well, breathing problems, I guess, are the top one. And maybe some kind of disease that could be, you can be, you know, because of the rain or the flooding, like diseases that are, I don't know the word, but elas são passadas by animals, you know.
Infection.
Yeah, infections. Right, this is the word.
And you, Leonardo?
Yeah, I think I agree with Jennifer. There are many situations like this. Also, many diseases that we have to face because, for example, when some water are I don't know if the word is that, but contaminate. I don't know if there is this word in English, but when you have some things on the river, the fish used to have this kind of material, and also when you eat the fish, you have some disease like we have here, like we have in Brazil, in Amazonia, some rivers that have I don't know if the word in English is the same, but mercurio, and there are many cancer disease and other things that people who eat that fish. We're also in Mariana, the disaster that we have there. So it's very, there are many situations that we need to face because of that.
Yeah, sad. And you, Azael?
Well, basically, Leonardo, I speak all my words, but I tell to. An example, which is rain, something. In this thing, the rain down, and vou precisar resumir um pouquinho de como funciona essa chuva ácida. In this strange rain, in codes, nuvens, and the codes go for other places, for example, in forests or other cities, in sometimes other states or the codes rain. In this rain can destroy many trees and or rivers or lakes, can contaminar os cursos de águas for the small cities or big cities in some cases, and can destroy the animals that live there or in other places.
Thank you. We have a lot of problems. Infectious disease, mining, as Leonardo said, rain, acid rain, I don't know. And Leonardo, do you think there are lessons to learn from nature?
Yes, we must learn with that lessons. I think we are trying to learn all the time, but there's some people that I think that since we are very dependent of some economic facts, we still do the same thing again. For example, the whole pandemic. I think there's some situations that we live like that. The pandemic of COVID, it's related to the way that we deal with the natural environment, because some diseases are on the forest and on some places, and we are still facing that disease nowadays, and we seems that we don't learn much more of all that things that we lived some years ago. But I think that some people are more conscious, and also we are learning and trying to comprehend in some situations like that, and hopefully we change a little bit the way that we deal with the environment. I don't know, I get a little bit confused now, but I think hopefully you comprehend. But that's it.
It's great. Thank you. And you, Azael?
Opa, okay. We can learning so much with natural, and how the Leonardo says, the COVID-19, for example, we can learn with our arrows. In this case, this disaster was a human disaster, no natural disasters in some cases. A good example that I can say, peste negra in Portuguese. Peste negra was a big disaster in some, especially in Europe and some parts of Asia, China, Japan, Korea, and this doença kill more than 25 millions of people in world. Basically, each is, but have some in this period, the humans basically not have a good hygiene because it's a darkness period. A Idade Média, né? E in actually days, many doenças. I don't know if I can speak in English, but these disasters actually can kill many people, but not much if you compare it so many years ago. Another example too is gripe espanhol or Spanish, I think, and is so much recently, basically in after the First World War in 1918 at 1915, I think. That's it.
Thank you. What do you think, Jennifer?
First of all, I am shook how different my answer for this question is from the answer of the guys. Because I thought of something very philosophical and mystical, because lessons that you can learn from nature. And by nature, I don't know if I'm correct, but from nature, I understand animals and plants and, everything that is natural. Correct me if I'm wrong. But talking about the nature, you can see how through evolution things change, because and people also change from this evolution. And for example, we have less hair in our bodies because we don't need them anymore as we needed back in the time, so I guess what we have as a lesson from nature is to adapt to things and situations. And my answer is totally different from what you guys were saying before. That's funny to me.
Yeah, that's good. I think we can learn a lot of things from nature, be more patient, understand that the things take time, that everything has a reaction. Every action has a reaction. I think we can learn with animals, like be more kind. No, be kinder as dogs. Or with some mammals and birds, we can learn how to be good parents, because sometimes I see some human parents that don't do the minimum that their children need. And while animals gave themselves to their children. So different answers here.
But I think both of you, Mariana and Jennifer, there are some situations that we I mean, I agree with you. I think we learn from the nature in this way also. There's that kind of professor called Ailton Krenak. He's very renewed thinker, and he says a lot about this. That we learn on the nature, from the nature, by from the animals, from the forest. I think we lose this connection in some way, but we still, people still see this the plants and know that are going to rain, or or maybe the animals are coming or something like this. And I think we can learn in this way also.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And the next one, Jennifer, what are some types of pollution that you know of? What things do you recycle?
Well, as I said before, I'm not very into this kind of topic, so I'm not aware of all pollutions that we have. But I guess every organization that produces something artificially makes some kind of pollution, you know. So basically, we have, I guess, so many types of pollution, but that should be where the most pollution come from. And for example, also from vehicles, you know. The only thing I recycle, my bad, but it's plastic. We recycle plastic a lot, but that's the only thing that we recycle at home at least, because at work we have those kind of different color trash can, so we can recycle more easily than we do at home, because at work it's kind of a rule that we have to recycle any kind of material, but at home it's harder to make people understand that it's important to recycle. So we kind of recycle only plastic.
Yeah. And you, Azael?
Oh, in general, there are so many things for saving the earth, but the reciclation, or no.
What types of pollution that you know, and if you recycle?
Yeah. In the recycle, it's a good alternative for this. We can separate the materials for colors. For example, I don't know so much for this, but there are red, green, yellow, brown, and gray. Some colors. There are so many materials for many materials for us separate: metal, plastic, paper, organic things, fruits and things. And it's a good alternative for how can I say, save the earth in case of the pollution. There are other things for saving the earth. For example, the clean energy, solar energy, nuclear energy. We can do so many things. That's it.
Yeah, and you, Leonardo?
As I remember, I think we have air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, but I can't remember any other kind of pollutions by that name. And about the recycling, we do here in our house paper, plastic, and also glasses. I live in a building that people decide to have this kind of recyclations, and also oil, and also we separate. Since we have a kind of what we call dry garbage, and also the other kind of garbage, organic. So and the dry garbage we separate, and also we do this in the building.
Yes, we have noise pollution, light pollution, visual pollution, many types of pollution. I recycle paper and plastic, and sometimes electronics. I take it to a specific place. I will skip the last two.
Excuse me. Can I say?
Hmm?
Can I speak?
Yes.
Okay. One collocation. The human is so great for create many disasters or pollutions. So great creative.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
Number 8. Leonardo, how can we protect the environment and at the same time improve people's standard of life?
It's the most difficult question that we are facing now. But I think that we in this way, I think we are thinking alternatives to have other kind of development, economic development, and also to deal with the environment. I think we lost these connections, but we need to comprehend that we are not a part of this. We need to comprehend that we have to respect the environment to if we want to live a little bit more in this earth.
Yeah. And you, Jennifer? Jennifer?
It's not working, my phone. I don't know what's happening.
I can't hear you. Okay, and you, Azael?
Oh, it's a little complicated question, but we can connect to the people to care the planet Earth, and we can create many things for this. For green energy, use the nature for beneficial humans, but ao mesmo tempo que a gente está mudando a natureza, a gente dá para ela. Type this. And for example, we can remove 100 trees in rainforest Amazon, and sometimes ago we plant 200 trees or more. Interesting thing people can learn in schools of Brazil and all over the world. Some steps for care the nature, the animals, the rivers, in general the nature. because we depend a lot for this recourse. It's so important for us.
Yeah. And you, Jennifer, can you?
Hey guys, can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Because my app went off. I wasn't sure if you were hearing me. So, when we talk about improving people's life and at the same time preserving the environment, it has a lot of subjects on this, like food, the way people move through the city, like to go to work and this kind of stuff, and also the material we use in our clothes and shoes. So, for example, about food, vegan people are improving their body health and actually keeping the animals good for life. And that's the one way to improve people's life and keeping the environment safe. But we can reduce the use of plastic, for example. We can use more collective ways to go through the city, like bus or taxis, instead of everyone using your own car. But that's something very, very away from our reality, because through the time, actually people want everyone to use your own car. People actually are increasing the use of plastic, and so we're kind of going in the, how do we say, na mão contrária of what we should be doing, you know? So actually there's no way we can do it without awareing people before, because actually everything starts by letting people aware of what's going on and what we can live in the future because of this situation we have right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. Hello again, guys.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Because okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our time is almost over. I put the survey. If you can answer it, please. And does anyone want to say something?
I just want to thank you for having me, Mariana, and also it was a pleasure to talk with you. It's like,
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure for me. So have a good week, guys, and see you soon. See you next week. Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye, guys.